Hey folks, it's your district with JTT. This is like talks about PDiddy being denied bail for the third time. It's from USA Today. I gotta read it and I gotta provide a link to it so you can see what it's all about. Check all the links on top of it. It reads off starting. Sean Diddy Combs denied bail after 2 months in jail. Like, in a way, I'm not surprised. No, basically got so many eyewitnesses and all that who already testify. So many moving parts of this, and the last thing you need to do to have this man out doing Lord knows what. He's already breaking the rules and breaking protocol behind bars. So if he's doing all that behind bars, can you imagine what he'd do if he's out on bail? Can you imagine that? Yeah. Prosecutors are not dumb. They made the right choice in keeping him in prison. This is what it says here. For start, I think there was corrections and clarification. A previous version of the story incorrectly named Kristen Davis' father. His name is Keith Eugene Davis, just for the record. Goes on. After 2 months inside a Brooklyn jail, Sean Diddy Combs experienced another setback as he prepared for his sex crimes trial in May, with another federal judge denying his request to be released on bail. Like I said, the man is too dangerous to be released on bail, and Lord knows how many lives he could be harming in the process. Before the Thanksgiving holiday, Judge Arun Subramanian ruled in favor of prosecutors determining that hip-hop mogul should not be allowed to prepare for his 2025 trial from a private residence. Combs' lawyers previously proposed what they call an extremely substantial, comprehensive bail package with a $50 million bond, arguing that client has not been able to adequately prepare for the case from inside the Metropolitan Detention Center. Yeah, right. All the money he paid, you could do all that without having to be out on bail. USA Today has reached out to Combs' representative for comment. Subramanian's ruling marked the third time, keywords third time. Third time's a charm, not for Mr. Combs, not for Diddy here. Okay, marked the third time a U.S. District Court judge denied Combs' pretrial release on bond. In October, a federal appeals court judge has also denied Combs' immediate release pending a decision from a 3-judge panel on his motion for bail. The court finds that the government has shown by clear and convincing evidence that no condition or combination of conditions will be reasonably assure the safety of the community. Keep that in mind. Subramanian ruling obtained by USA Today reads, he notes U.S. attorneys have represented compelling evidence of Sean's propensity for violence, including by showing footage of him attacking ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura 2016. Yeah, that video is going to be the albatross for Diddy. Dead serious. That video is going to haunt him for the rest of his life. During a November 22nd bail hearing, prosecutors continued to argue that Combs presented a risk of danger and witness tampering. Combs' defense argued against the picture the government has painted of the rapper and again asserted that their bail proposal addresses any concerns about ensuring Combs would return to court and would not engage in obstruction of justice. He already tried already. He was behind bars and he's trying to obstruct justice as it is. Lord knows how many people he had involved trying to obstruct justice. And this is when PDiddy behind bars and all that. That's some mobster stuff right there. So, let's see. Subramanian had both sides submit letters on November 25th detailing Combs' communication from a jail before making his decision. Combs renewed his motion for bail filed earlier this month. Combs was latest attempt at being released before his trial following 2 requests around the time he was charged and an appeal filed the Second Circuit Court of Appeals in September. And you gotta check this out. This is like the new deal to try to strike out so Diddy will be out on bail. This is a new deal. Diddy's lawyers proposed $50 million bail, 24/7 security, but if I'm correct, it's from Diddy's own firm. Even if they have like a separate firm altogether, I'm not sure that'd be enough. But this is what it says here. This latest proposal, like those prior, offered $50 million bond secured by the equity in Combs and his mother's Florida homes, implementation of 24/7 monitoring service by approved security personnel. No internet, no phone access for Combs outside of meetings. Right. With legal counsel and pre-approved visitor list consisting of select family members and surrendered passports belonging to the rapper and his family members. This latest bid also mentioned Combs being unwilling to participate in a full home detention at either his $48 million Miami home or at the suitable location in New York. His family visits would be monitored by assigned security, and Combs will be subject for testing for prohibited substance as needed. Subrimian and his Wednesday ruling expressed skepticism of the condition Combs' attorney suggested as he wrote. The court doubted the sufficiency of any conditions that place trust in Combs and individuals in his employ, like private security detail, to follow these conditions. Fact. The judge also pushed back on claims that the jail's conditions were not conducive to the rapper's preparation for trial. Combs has not carried his burden of demonstration that release from detention necessary for pretrial preparation purposes. While Combs, 55, arrived in the Manhattan courtroom where members of the U.S. Marshals, that's serious, Marshal Service for a bail hearing on Friday, he wore a beige-colored jail-issue outfit, and blew kisses towards his family and seated in the second row. His mother, Janice Combs, and his children, Quincy Brown, Christian King Combs, Justin Duard Combs, Jussie Combs, Delilah Combs, and Chance Combs, were photographed arriving at the federal courthouse earlier in the day. Yep, there's a picture of the family, if I'm looking correctly. Combs was charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution, pleaded not guilty to the alleged crimes, and has maintained all his sexual encounters were consensual in the face of mounting civil lawsuits over the past year, accusing him of rape, trafficking, and sexual abuse from the 1990s to 2022. That's a lot. Prosecutors Diddy's team argue over his use of other inmates' communication in his account. Yeah, I talked about that earlier, about several days ago. In the November 25th letters, Combs' team argued all of his actions since being detained fall under the First Amendment rights to free speech, as he defends himself in court of public opinion. Meanwhile, U.S. attorneys reject this claim and detail his alleged extensive efforts to taint the jury pool while in Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center. In his filing, Damian Williams, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, noted district courts have interpreted obstruction to include willful acts that jeopardize the integrity of judicial proceedings. He claims Combs had used multiple unauthorized means of communication, which makes it difficult or impossible to monitor the defendant's communications. Yes. As mentioned in previous filings, Combs has used other inmates' methods of outside communication, including phone access codes and a service called Contact Me ASAP to speak with people outside of the MDC. Williams wrote, the government has no way of knowing whether there are other PAC or Contact Me ASAP accounts the defendant is using, of which the government is not aware. Simply put, when the defendant uses the other inmates' accounts, his communications are very difficult, if not impossible, for the BLP and the government to track and monitor. Facts. In previous filings, Combs' lawyers said they were unaware of the use of the contactmeasap.com by an inmate and was unauthorized by the Bureau of Prisons, or that's what BLP means, Bureau of Prisons, is widely used in the prisons. They also noted the government has never once instructed defense counsel to have Mr. Combs refrain from using the service, nor has the BLP. Inmates will frequently use other inmates' minutes to allow one or more phone call in a 1 hour period, and 2 or more phone calls in the 300 minutes expired. Defense attorney Tony Garagos noted, adding that the BLP officials were able to monitor every message Mr. Combs sent and received. He stopped using the contact me ASAP .com as of November 16th, 2024. In my opinion, that's too late though. So Lord knows what went back forth communication wise. Maybe something, maybe put some hits out or to intimidate some witnesses. Who knows? However, Williams alleged that Combs continued to use the Contact Me ASAP account of at least one of the inmates, sending messages to family members as recently as November 24th, 2024. He also claimed while the MDC, the defendant, has instructed family members and third parties to contact multiple potential victims and witnesses. Jury tampering, or witness tampering to be exact. In Wednesday ruling, Sabrinian weighed on Combs' jail communications, writing, the court makes no determination that the content of Combs' communication through these channels was improper. However, his willingness to skirt Bureau of Prisons rules in a way that would make it more difficult for his communication to be monitored is a strong evidence that the court cannot be reasonably assured as to the sufficiency of any conditions of release. He added, especially given that day occurred when Combs was seeking bail and when he knew the government concerns about witness tampering and obstruction were front and center. Unbelievable. This guy answered the most obvious question. Very obvious. Why did these past bail requests were denied? Check this out. The first time Combs sought bail, U.S. Magistrate Judge Robin Tonosky sided with the U.S. Attorney argument that Combs posed a risk if he was to be released for home detention. There were no conditions I could impose that would reasonably assure their appearance in court and the safety of the community, Tonosky said September 17. I think you can trust yourself. I don't believe the council has the ability to control you given the very significant concerns I have, particularly because of the substance abuse and what seems to be anger issues. Fact. The following day, Judge Andrew L. Carter Jr., who has since recused himself from the case, also ruled against Combs, determining that no amount of bail could guarantee Combs would not tamper with the witnesses. Facts. I find that the government has proven that the defendant is a danger regarding obstruction of justice and witness tampering by clear and convincing evidence, Carter said. I also find it that the government has proven that the defendant is a danger to the safety of others in the community. I'm not surprised. This is why he got denied bail. But this goes on. Last month, federal appeals court judge Nardini denied Combs' request for immediate release pending the court's decision on his motion for bail. Nardini referred the motion to a 3-judge panel within the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. In Combs' Second Circuit appeal, his lawyer argued the proposed conditions of his release were adequate in ensuring he will show up for court. Indeed, hardly a flight risk. He is a 54-year-old father of 7, a U.S. citizen, an extraordinarily successful artist, businessman, philanthropist, and one of the most recognizable people on earth. Doesn't matter. Look at Roman Polanski. He been skipped out of here and planned to live until the rest of his life outside the United States. So Diddy's trying to follow that same. The only difference is Diddy got caught. What evidence do the U.S. attorneys have against Diddy? This is going to get good here. Investigators claim Combs elaborately schemed to use his finances and status in the entertainment industry to fulfill his sexual desires in a recurrent and widely known pattern of abuse, which includes so-called freak-offs, sexual encounters he allegedly orchestrated and recorded. U.S. attorneys have allegedly obtained Combs' information and data from phone, tech, and social media companies, as well as hotel and airlines. Airlines? They also said they had seized more than 100 phones, laptops, tablets, iCloud accounts, cameras, flash drives. Meanwhile, Combs' attorney have cast doubt on alleged crimes, the evidence purportedly shows. A TMZ documentary released last month. The downfall of Diddy, the indictment, one of Combs' lawyer, Mark Anafolino, suggested that Combs' freak-off was simply threesomes. No, Mark. I hate to tell you this, for what I'm hearing, it's way beyond threesome. There's more like a Caligula-size orgy. I mean, it's like Roman orgies came to the 21st century. Yeah. Whew. So, folks, that's a long one. I'll post the links. You can read it for yourself. There's other links in there involving as well. But, folks, what's your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments down below. Peace.